This is the simplest way to make money with Faceless YouTube without having to quit your 9 to 5 job. So in 2026, just so you know, there are two groups of people doing YouTube automation, and you're going to be in one of them. So you need to decide which group you want to be in. So group one is doing YouTube automation the old way. So you're battling with freelancers to get your work done on time. You're overpaying for production, which is ultimately going to reduce your channel profitability. And you're out there just guessing at what videos to make because you have no rhyme or reason or system to follow. Now, usually people pursuing this method in 2026 are experiencing slow video production times. They're running channels that never become profitable, and they're not actually making any money at the end of the month. Now, there's the second group of people that are doing YouTube automation the new way. So they're strategically picking video topics. They're producing their videos for a fraction of what it would normally cost with a freelancer. So let's say under 25 bucks per video. And they're making their videos in under 2 hours each. So they're able to produce videos that are not only going to be high quality, but it's not going to take all your free time, because if I know anything about you, you don't have all day to be doing YouTube. So how do I know this works? Because my students have been employing this strategy to scale their own channels to 5 figures, 4 figures a month, etc., etc. So let's dive into how they're going about doing just that and what this simple system involves, right? So you probably want to know, how do I become part of that second group that makes their videos inexpensively, high quality, and emulate results like the students I've worked with and other people on YouTube that are using this model? So let's walk through what this process is going to look like. So the simple YouTube automation system is going to look like this, okay? You're going to pick a high RPM niche, and that's going to give you greater returns on every single view that your channel generates, so you're paid as much as possible per view. You're going to be creating content that is evergreen, so that those videos build a catalog and pay you month over month. And you're using AI to help you make the videos, so it removes your requirement for video production skills. It speeds up the process, and it makes it simpler because you just have to rely upon yourself. You don't have to work with other people to help you make the videos. Now, I'm not just going to say that's the process and good luck, see you later. I want to walk you through how you go about doing this, okay? Because it's very important to me that you have the right access to tools, information. Otherwise, you might as well just be watching someone else's video, right? So, finding high RPM niches. How are we going to do that? Let's be real. You can just simply Google high RPM niches, and you're going to get general categories of like personal finance and tech and other stuff like that. That doesn't really help you because it's much easier to grow a channel when you have many reference points to channels that are actually doing well. So what I want to show you is how to find high RPM niches using TubeLab. So we're going to dive into TubeLab. I always say on these videos when I show TubeLab, better to pay 30 bucks and use the tool than simply have to guess at niches that'll never make you money. So by using the niche finder, what you're able to do is filter for niches, then go under niches that are a year old, select English, monetized. Now what I want you to do is set in your goal target. So let's say you want to make $5,000 a month. You want to set your RPM estimate to something higher. So let's say $7, okay? So you'll see niches that have RPMs of 7 or higher. So we'll set it at 7. And then we scroll down, and we were going to select Faceless for Faceless YouTube. And we're going to go content, authenticity. We're going to go general. So it just kind of weeds out all the slop stuff. And we're going to see the results. So now you see, oh, this is a really cool channel. I haven't even seen this before. So basically talking about shipping and ships. Okay, so this is a really cool channel. So you can see that the channel is making roughly 7 to 10K a month. It has a high RPM, channel 6 months old, 24 videos, etc. So you're able to basically filter for channels that'll give you ideas on what different niches that you can pursue that meet not only your income target, but are actually high RPM niches, so you're getting paid more per 1,000 views. Very important for running a profitable channel. So one example channel that I came across using this exact method is Canada Food Insider. So if we take a look at this channel right here, what you're going to be able to see is that this channel talks about different Canadian food products, restaurants to avoid, etc. So this is just one of the ones that you may come across doing this kind of filtering, and you're going to see different insights about the channel and the niche in particular right here, and that's going to further inform your niche selection process, okay? Now next we want to be focusing on evergreen content, and so this is why this channel is a really good example. If we take a look at the channel itself, what you're going to see is the following, okay? You're going to basically see that a lot of these videos are all evergreens. So 5 egg brands Canadians must stop buying. That's going to be relevant now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And what that allows you to do is have these videos continue to generate views over time. So that's what's going to be super important. Like this video is 2 months old. It's still getting 62 views per hour. So when you have these breakout videos that start to expand into broader markets, you can get paid on those videos month after month after month. Whereas if you just made something that was a topical video on something that just happened, let's say a news event, a war event, whatever the case, you're going to get probably a little bit more views right off the bat, but then those videos are never going to get views again, so they're not going to pay you into the future. So something to think about if you want a simple system to make money, especially if you were doing this outside of your job. Think evergreen, think building a catalog of videos, and that's going to lead you to becoming more successful. Now, how do you pick evergreen topics for your channel? So we're just going to pretend like you're building a food insider channel like this, okay? So if you want to use Claude to do this, here's a simple process to do this. You don't need the paid tool. You can use the free plan. Don't worry, I got you covered. So what you want to do is you want to use this prompt. Look at this channel, find the pattern and why and what these topics are, and break it down into a clear strategy format. Then suggest 5 new topics. So whatever niche you pursue, just take a picture of the channel. So like just take a screenshot, enter it into Claude, use this prompt, and what you're going to see right here is what the different pillars of content are, why it works, what kind of different categories exist, and then a whole bunch of different topics, right? Protein powders to avoid, ultra processed cereals to avoid, so on and so forth, right? So this is why you're able to leverage AI to be able to help you pick topics for your videos based on what is already working. So if you're like, oh man, I can never figure out for my channel what topics to select, you can just simply run it through Claude. It'll give you different iterations based on what's already working. And then once you go through your initial set of 5, just go, give me 5 more, give me 5 more. And you can keep creating more videos based on that. So that's how you're going to pick topics. It's a very simple process, takes a matter of seconds to do. And then each and every week when you need a new topic, you just pick one from the list, or you get it to regenerate more. And then again, you pick from the list. So pretty simple. Now, the next part of the process is going to be the following. Okay, so we have our topics, right? We also have our topics, we have our niche as well. So now what we want to do is we want to produce the actual videos. So you know yourself, you need a script, then you need to voice the script, then you need to edit the video. So you have a couple options, okay? You can either hire and pay a freelancer, let's say $100 per video, wait a few days to get the video back, go back and forth, finalize the video, then upload it, okay? Yes, sometimes this can provide a little bit higher quality videos, especially when you're paying like a few $100s per video, but you're still gonna have to go back and forth with people, and so that can be a challenge depending on who you're hiring. Or you can use AI to create videos for 20, 25, $30 per video, depending on the length. It's going to be much more cost effective, and you're going to be able to make videos within about an hour. So if you only want to commit a couple hours to your channel per week by uploading a couple of videos, then leveraging AI is 100% going to be the better path for you. Now, I know what you're thinking, Adam, how do you make videos in only a few hours a week for a fraction of the price of a freelancer? I know it doesn't sound believable. Don't get me wrong. I understand why, especially if you've been doing Faceless YouTube for a while and you're like, I thought videos were $200 each or $100 each. It doesn't make sense, right? Well, that's why I get so excited about making these videos for you, is because the opportunity is unreal right now. And so that's why I get really excited, because it's simpler than ever to actually be able to make videos, make them at a cost-efficient way possible. So the tool you're going to use to do this is called VidRush, which really specializes in videos that's using images, third-party footage, stock footage, so content more or less that looks like this, right? You can easily replicate this type of channel with VidRush, and you can see that the channel is making like 5 or 7K per month. So how does it work? First, you enter in the topic of your video. Let's say you just grab one from here, etc. You take that topic and you enter it into the title box right here. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna select the voiceover for your video. Again, always obviously use a consistent voiceover video over video, but this is gonna replace having to pay for 11 Labs separately, which is also a really great benefit. You get access to all the best voiceovers already with a paid subscription with VidRush. Then you're gonna pick the theme for your videos. You're going to pick the background that's going to go behind any images being presented. And then you're going to basically be able to pick from a thumbnail that the tool is going to generate for you, or it'll iterate based on a thumbnail reference that you like. So if you're building a channel like this and you want this exact style, you would just click the copy link address button here to get the URL. And then you would enter it into the custom URL slot and get the tool to make a thumbnail based on that design. So then you're going to wait for an hour. Again, you don't have to actively make the video. It'll do the research, write the script, do the voice, do the editing. And after 1 hour time, you're gonna get the outputted video on your timeline that looks like this, right? So you have the full outline on the timeline of the video. You have all the images, you have the voice, you have the captions, all done for you. You just have to hit the render button to render out the video, and you are done and you have your video made, which is super great, right? However, the reality is you only get one thumbnail per video, and if you really want to maximize the packaging of your videos, I highly recommend that you upload 3 thumbnails per video. If you've ever watched Mr. Beast and looked at his strategy, he creates like dozens of thumbnails per video. Now, you don't have to go that hard, but it just goes to speak that if the best people in the world for YouTube are doing it, you probably want to be creating multiple thumbnails as well. Now, I don't recommend that you just sit there in Canva or Photoshop and slowly make 3 thumbnails per every video. You're going to go insane. It's going to take too long. So I recommend you use 1 of 10 to create your thumbnails. Okay, so here's what this process is going to look like. So let's say we have a video and it's going to be, we want to do something like this. Okay, so our video is going to be, we're going to go over here to 1 of 10, the thumbnail generator. And so we're going to go, first what we want to do is we want to add in the channel handle so that we can create thumbnails like our reference channel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to enter in the title of our video. So 8 butter brands Canadians must avoid. So maybe you're building a channel for Australians or Americans or Scots or something like this, okay? And what this is going to do is it's going to create thumbnails for you. You can do 2, 4, 8, 12. If you want higher quality ones, use Gen 2. If you want fast made ones that are cheaper credits, use the Gen 2.5. Let's just use Gen 2.5 for you to see what the cheaper ones look like. And so all you have to do is enter in the reference channel, enter in your video's title, and then hit generate. And so the reason I'm showing you this is because, number one, most people I work with directly, which if you do want to learn what that looks like, you can hit the link in this video's description to see how you can apply to work with me directly. I only take a limited number of people per month, by the way. So even if you click, you may be able to access me. You may not be, depending on what I have going on and how many people have signed up, but you can always apply. Now, in that, creating thumbnails is the hardest part for people. They don't have the design skills, they don't know what to put on their thumbnails, or they just don't have the time to really make 3 quality thumbnails for their videos without actually, learning the skills and allocating much extra time. So here you can see that we're creating thumbnails in the same design styles as the reference channel in a matter of seconds. And you can literally just download these, upload them when you're uploading your video, and you're done. In a matter of less than a minute, you have 2 high quality thumbnails. Now, if you want to change the text, you want to change the colors, you can just enter into the prompt box and make the adjustments as well. So if you're like, Adam, I don't know how to design these things properly or edit images, AI is going to do it for you. Okay, I wouldn't leave you hanging. So that's what you want to think about. Just to let you know, if you do want to try this tool for 30 days for just $1, again, this is a special offer for people that watch these videos. You can hit the link in this video's description, sign up, give it a try. If you like it, and I know you will, I personally use this tool, then I think you'll be able to really start to make thumbnails much more efficiently for your channel. And if you want to learn how to find $10,000 a month YouTube automation niches with zero gatekeeping, watch this next video.